It is finally time, ladies and gents. It's the final episode of the Las Vegas road trip. In this one, we've got Desert Eagles, diners, saloons, ghost towns, poker, the Cheesecake Factory, and much more. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this.
You gonna eat all of that, Matt?
I'll give it a go.
What you got, Tom? Big breakfast.
Should all go.
Yep.
Strolling through Williams, managed to get a fantastic breakfast in their diner and the fluffiest pancakes of all time. And now we find ourselves inside Gunfighter Canyon, and Matt says, do you want to shoot some guns? So we thought, yeah, why not, while we got the chance. Not planned at all. So we've got an hour Select 6 package, and I'm going to try my hand at a Desert Eagle and a Remington shotgun, and then we've got a couple of other bits for the other two boys as well. So when in Rome, as they say. There's a beautiful ratio towards planning things and leaving things spontaneous, and that is the perfect example of it. We came into Williams today, potentially going to get a haircut, potentially just going to walk through the town, saw the gun range. Matt said, let's go in there, and what a fantastic decision it was. So I got to shoot my first ever pump action Remington 870, followed by the Desert Eagle, which the power was incredible. So well worth doing. And then walking through Williams, and it's actually surprisingly cool. It's obviously feeding into the tourism, but you still get a lot of the original atmosphere from the Route 66 town, and that's what we're going to continue on with now. Going to pass through Angel's historic barber shop and then take the old original Route 66, one of the few remaining routes, before we head down to Kingman. So fantastic day so far. So we've now pulled up in Seligman, which is the most famous town on the old historic Route 66, and as soon as we pulled our Mitsubishi in, we met a Vietnam War veteran who owned a 1950s Ford that he very kindly and generously kind of forced us to go and sit in. A beautiful interior with the revs in the center and the speedo. Very cool to sit in a car that old. That's the oldest car I've ever sat in. And then we went over to Angel Delgadillo's barbershop, and he is renowned as being the guy that preserved Route 66 as it was decommissioned in the 80s for the new highways, and we learned about his involvement in preserving Route 66 and then also in the Cars movie and regenerating for a new generation that excitement of this historic route across the country. So very cool to see that barber chair as well, which was from the 1920s, I believe it was. Now we're sticking around in Seligman for a little bit. We're going to go to the best cafe here for lunch, sit down, get some food in, and then continue our ride along. It's turning into a fantastic afternoon.
Cheeseburger going in.
Sir, this is a Wendy's. No, we are now in...
What the f*** was that?
We're in Kingman now. After a fantastic day on the old historical Route 66. You can hear the bells chiming in the background. All we need now is a cooler of beers to relax as we watch the sun go down. But you can see Matt was sitting here before he picked up the camera. And Tom, look at him basking in the sun. But yeah, this is a pretty cool house. It's got some slight murder vibes to it though, so we feel like something's gonna go horribly wrong tonight. Let's find out, see what you think. It also smells like my grandma's house. Don't know if those two things are correlated. So yeah, Panda Express, and we're gonna take you to some saloons. We've been playing like American Bingo, and we saw a tumbleweed today, which was something that we wanted to do in the desert, but we've not burst through any saloon doors yet, and also we've not had a whiskey slid across to us. We're going to a place that says saloon on the front, so that counts, right?
Okay, the saloon has been confirmed. We're inside. It says saloon in big letters on the front, so that's a win. Playing some pool. We've got a whiskey, but it wasn't slid, so we need another round. And Tom, what's our recent history? Either way, I'm going to beat him tonight, and then get another whiskey. That's the plan so far. There's no horses in here, so we won't be riding any.
And there's no saloon door.
Saloon door, yeah. We'll find a saloon door. And we are in the very deserted and empty town of Oatman, getting our full cowboy experience today. Sounds like there's no tourists, which is exactly what we want. We've driven through the rolling hills to get here this morning, and now we're gonna mess around with some donkeys, maybe bust through some saloon doors, maybe have a standoff, shall we, Matt, at some point? And well, we got Nelson's Ghost Town coming up straight after this. We're going to the Hoover Dam, and then we're gonna get into Vegas for our last couple of nights of activities. Afternoon. Oatman was slightly underwhelming, unfortunately. It was there was barely anyone there to do anything with, so we obviously got some shooting done, wandered around the mine that was clearly man-made, and saw a few other tourists that had the same idea. It was cool to be in a rustic wooden shack saloon town, but not the authentic experience that one might hope for. We are now on the final stretch of road to get to Nelson's Ghost Town, which we're all somewhat excited for, but equally don't have any expectations for. So we're gonna walk around it, get some cool shots, see some abandoned stuff. Yay!
Yay!
This already looks way better. This is called Nelson's Ghost Town. Loads of old stuff. I'm the only one talking as well, it's pretty abandoned. What did they want?
It was your mum. She said go home.
Go home. She misses me.
She messaged you.
Okay. Let me call yours, actually. Matt and I were just discussing how sick barns are, and he's come up with an architect's plan of how he's going to make his future barn look. You can look over into floor 1 down there, and then this is the upstairs.
Master bedroom area, bathroom in the corner, downstairs open plan, living room, kitchen, diner, sort of vibe.
He's got it all worked out. Hungry, mate?
It's the kitchen of my open plan barn living.
Very big fan of this place. Don't go to Oatman, I would say, if you want a fairly authentic experience of an abandoned town, because now we're here in Nelson's Ghost Town, and this used to be the richest gold mining town in southern Nevada. There's a canyon to my right hand side where you can go on, there's multiple tours per day. You can go into the gold mines and see them for yourselves. We've missed the ticket today, but that's meant we've had an hour now to explore everywhere. Met the owners of the place, and I'm currently standing on the 2nd floor of the main tallest building, and exactly where you're standing, what I'm looking at now, is the Colorado River, just a 10-minute drive away. So that's how we're going to conclude today's actions, is I'll show you a bit more of this barn, and then we're going to go take the 10-minute drive down to the Colorado River, head back, check out the Hoover Dam, and then make our way back into Vegas. This is Nelson's Landing, and you're looking at the Colorado River. Pretty cool. And then a flash flood prone valley up there leading up the canyon. Used to be loads of gold here. It's a shame you're a bit late. We're only 250 years too late, or we could have been rich, boys. So any ladies out there that are looking for a rich man,
look somewhere else.
Hey guys, ready to let the dogs out? We have had a very interesting last 24 hours. We got a puncture, unfortunately, making our way back from Nelson's Landing last night, and today has consisted of sunbathing, jumping in the pool, little leg day, and tonight we're going to see, all of us are going to our first Vegas show. We're going to watch Absinthe, and we're going to play some poker as well, aren't we, Tom, after? I'm retired from blackjack now, don't ask, but poker's still on the cards. So that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, Cheesecake Factory as well, dinner. Just getting all the last Americanisms of the trip before we say our farewells tomorrow. You look ready to let the dogs out, Matthew. A great final night in Vegas, but there you have it. From the heat of Death Valley, the staggering beauty of Zion National Park, the huge adventure across the Grand Canyon, and everything else in between, this trip could not have gone better, and I'm so glad that I was able to take you with me for every stop along the way. Next up, we've got killer whales and snowy solo missions in Canada, followed by some tropical escapism in Indonesia. So thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you very soon on the next adventure.
Oh, you want me to say that?
You have to.
Oh, I have to. Like and subscribe.
No, say it with conviction and look
Please
at the...
like and subscribe. Adam Radcliffe at YouTube,
.com.
Instagram, Facebook.